Hello everyone, this is Christina from organicgardendreams.com again from the Portland International Rose Test Garden. So I'm doing a second broadcast today showing you a different area. What I really like about this rose garden is that they have huge trees here, which is Portland is famous for. Just show you a little overview from this section of the garden. Little pavilion explaining stuff about the rose garden, and then you can see again beds and beds and beds of beautiful roses planted. And as I said before, the rose garden is a little bit past its prime, the spring flush I guess, but there are still plenty of roses blooming, and it's a very warm day here, unusually warm for Portland, and the rose garden is still very well visited. So just walk around a little bit with you here.
Where's Pop? He's out of sight. Lovely car keys.
Not so easy to maneuver stairs and hold the camera. Don't want to fall down. So the first rose that I would like to zoom in now is Iceberg, a floribunda rose. Very, very popular, grows very, very well in Southern California, but seems to be also doing well in Portland. Very floriferous and has an amazingly fast repeat rate. I'm zooming in to show you a cluster of this rose. And moving forward, one rose, you can see it already, I'm really eager to show you because it's phenomenal, I think, is a hybrid tea rose called the Grand Dame. Look at those blooms. I think it's just stunning, and if you see the whole bed, I mean, it's just mind-boggling how floriferous a rose is. Nice big cups of blooms. You know, it's just so generous and sumptuous. Nice saturated pink color. And again, I can't get over how floriferous this rose is. I assume it is actually the spring flush, but I'm not 100% sure because, of course, I'm not living here, I'm just visiting. Then I will take you to show you another rose that actually I thought I don't like, and after seeing it here, I think I like it very, very much. That's an English rose. We're approaching the bed now. It's called Carding Mill. It's an English rose bred by David Austin. So you get an overview, you see the bushes a little bit. Clearly not as glorious as Grand Dame in the background, but is doing fine. And I think what fascinates me is actually the color can be a pretty bright orange. And as the sun, here you can see it very well, as the sun bleaches them out, they become a very pale apricot color in many, many different shades. This is a beautiful cluster. Just zooming in here. Look at those different colors at the same time on just one spray of the rose. Hi from Greece, I see you. So it's just my fourth Periscope post. It's hard to maneuver the camera, read the comments, but it's really a lot of fun. So I can only encourage everyone to also do Periscope broadcasts. It's really a lot of fun to do that. So again, we are still seeing Carding Mill, an English rose bred by David Austin. So we are going to a different part of the garden. It's a very modern sculpture in the middle of that part of the rose garden. You may like it or not. It's certainly up to personal taste. And as you see, the garden is very well visited. It's really hot here. At the moment, I think we are approaching 12 p.m. I love that little dog there. I love roses and I love dogs. Do you see the little chihuahua? So while I'm walking to one more rose that I really want to show you, specifically, I'll just point to the rose beds here. We are passing by. What is nice though is that most have plant labels. For example, this one. This one is, I don't know if you can read it, it's Sheila's perfume. Also a nice rose if you like very bright colored roses. Here is Sugar Moon, a white rose, unfortunately partly really badly burned at the edges of the petals from the sun, but I think otherwise it's a good rose. Moving further, so while I'm walking to the rose that I want to show you specifically, I will just tell you that I have to say I am a little bit disappointed, because I thought that a rose test garden, which this is, the Portland International Rose Garden Test Garden, that they test the roses for disease resistance. But I read that the roses get sprayed here actually every 2 weeks, which is not something that I'm very happy about. And I don't know if they just spray the roses that are here more permanently, or if they spray the test roses as well, which doesn't make much sense. As I said, if you want to test a rose, at least for me, it's not only important the flower color, the vigor of the bush, the perfume and stuff like that, but of course most importantly the disease resistance. So I couldn't figure it out by now if they spray everything, but I think if they do, that does not really give objective results, at least not about the rose health. Nonetheless, it's great that this garden is here, and obviously it's very, very beautiful with all the roses. So I have arrived at the rose that I wanted to show you. This is actually a white rose that I'm trying to see in person for a long time. This is actually Bolero. The ones who are following my blog, Organic Garden Dreams with S, the end.com, they know that I love white roses. And this one has been recommended to me by different sources, and I was hesitant to get it, but when I'm seeing the flowers here, I think I'm pretty convinced. I think it's very, very lovely. I like that it's so filled. The flowers are so filled with petals. Very, very nice rose. And then I'm moving forward to one last rose for now that I want to take you to. You see it already, this cherry colored, I think it's also Floribunda, very, very floriferous. And unfortunately I came here earlier and looked at the rose, I looked everywhere, but for that one I couldn't find a label. So if anyone has any idea what that could be, what that might be, I think it would be great to know. Again, a very floriferous rose with a bright red cherry color, which I think is very lovely. Let me just take a little round here and show it to you from the side where the sun hits the rose. There you go. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? Again, too bad that I cannot give you the name of the rose variety. So I will show you one more wide shot of the garden before I leave you. Again, the garden is divided into different parts. Definitely worth coming here. So much to see. It's nice, I think, to come earlier than we did today, when there are not so many people here. So here is a modern sculpture again. So that's it from me for now. And I hope I see you another time when I do a live broadcast over Periscope.